no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard, for your mom to your pop, to the beat, to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curve, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I pissed so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't right it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound it. All day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. Runs over it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's locked. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. 1st and 10 at the 19. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. Oh, and Lewis lost the football.
Way to go, guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check. Whirl.
Now Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. This is Lewis. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
A 32-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On second down, it's Carson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Check 15, check 15. Hey, orbit. Hey, check right 34. Right 34. Yeah.
Throwing again on second down. Luck. This one complete to Devin Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
Let's go.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Lewis here on first down. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Mike 54. No go. Switch. Check. 50. Check hot route.
From the 39, Roethlisberger. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Alert, alert.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Alert, alert.
Bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
On the handoff, Lewis running left. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Show that bench release and go. Hey, Zoo, let's go.
From the 44, Roethlisberger. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Double time. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Hey, alert.
Check.
Quarter.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On first down, it's Lewis. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop.
At the Colts 11-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
This pass caught with the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
All right, now, black 20. 50.
54. Get the ball.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal.
Easy.
Right there. 54. Right there.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Succott's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Check it back, check it back.
On second down now, it's Carson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the whip. Call. Hey, check. Let's go, Mexico. Reggie. Watch it. Slam. You go tight.
Now it's Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 36. Let's make it.
On first and 10, Locke looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Luck on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Watch twist. 11.
To the air again. Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Luck throwing again. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
66. Pilot, 64, weak.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. Uses the stiff arm. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
I'm going to hit you all regain possession.
On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is brought in at the 21. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Ebron with it over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Lott. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again is Lott. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A second down run with Lewis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Here we go. 180.
So a very tight first half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Blue 30. You ain't going nowhere. Tight end right. We got 3. We got Jim.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They try again with Lewis. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Pierre Desir in on the stop.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson directly over him. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up.
This is Carson. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
He's checking crack. Switch. 11B. 29 is the Mike 29.
They'll try the left side. Carson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the air now with Locke. He's going to look deep in zone for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Locke. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Check 99. Check 99. Check nickel. 49.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Michael. Go. Ready. Right.
They run again with Carson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Black 20. Check. Watch 54. Oh, here we go.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Lewis. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there by Lewis. 67 yards on the ground.
First down and goal to go.
They come out here in the eye. First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. Now a toss play to Lewis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now a give, running right is Lewis. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Dion Lewis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They run it with Carson, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Kill. Check.
Here's Carson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Love. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the second?
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This is Lewis on the handoff. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, I'm coming.
Go. Beat these 2.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Check out.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
12.
Swing.
Reggie.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Pick the edge. Come. Check 52.
On 1st down, Carson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all game. Whoa! Let's get it.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try the left side. Carson, they push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Locke. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs.
Jack 16.
They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Like 20.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Colts, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.